The rain was coming down in sheets that November morning, the kind that turns Montana dirt into thick mud and soaks right through your coat to chill your bones. I was 52, standing in our living room, staring at the mahogany casket we'd picked out years ago. Just in case, Henry had said, with that wry smile of his. But just in case had become reality far too soon. Henry, my husband of 30 years, gone at 58 from a heart attack that struck like lightning in a clear sky. One minute, he was out checking the fences on our small property outside Billings. The next, he was face down in the pasture, phone still clutched in his hand, like he'd tried to call for help. I hadn't slept in days. The house felt empty without his heavy footsteps on the creaky floors, without the smell of his coffee brewing at dawn. Our son, Alex, 28 now, all grown up with a finance job in the city, had flown in from Denver the night Henry passed. He'd been a rock, handling calls, arranging the funeral. "Mom, let me take care of this," he'd said, hugging me tight. "You just grieve." I trusted him. Why wouldn't I? He was Henry's spitting image, tall, broad-shouldered, with those piercing blue eyes that could charm anyone. But as I sorted through Henry's papers that morning, something caught my eye. A deed, tucked in his desk drawer, for a ranch I'd never heard of. Willow Ridge Ranch, 5,000 acres in the Montana Rockies, valued at $77 million. My heart skipped. When had he bought this? And why keep it secret? The funeral was set for the next day. I was numb, going through motions, when Alex burst in, face flushed, papers in hand. "Mum, I have news. I sold the ranch." His words hit like a slap. "What ranch?" I whispered, though I already knew. He explained quickly, too quickly, said he'd found the deed while helping sort things, contacted a buyer through his firm, closed the deal that morning for cash. "It's a gold mine, Mum. Oil rights, timber, development potential. Dad must have been sitting on it for years. This sets us up for life." Us. The word hung there. But it was mine. Henry's will, which we'd read with the lawyer just yesterday, left everything to me, including any undisclosed properties. Alex knew that. "You sold it? Before the funeral? Without asking me?" My voice cracked, soft as always. But something stirred inside. A spark I hadn't felt in years. I remember our life together like it was yesterday. Henry and I met in college. Me, a quiet art major from a tiny town. Him, a rugged farm boy with big dreams. We built a modest life. Our small house, Alex as our only child. Henry worked construction, then started his own contracting business, always providing. But he had secrets, shadows from his past. His family ranch in Montana had been lost to debt when he was young, his parents gone early, siblings scattered. He never talked about it, forbade me from digging. "Some things are better left buried, Elena," he'd say, his voice gentle but firm. I respected that. I was the soft-spoken wife, the one who kept the home fires burning, painted in my spare time. Landscapes of the mountains I loved but rarely visited. Henry encouraged my art, bought me supplies, but life got busy. Alex came, then school runs, then Henry's long hours. My dreams faded into the background, like old canvases gathering dust in the attic. But now, this ranch. Why hide it? And why had Alex sold it so fast? I confronted him that night, rain pounding the roof like accusations. It was Dad's wish. He lied, eyes shifting. He told me privately, said to liquidate if anything happened, for the family's future. Lies. Henry never mentioned it. I called the lawyer, Mr. Thompson, who confirmed the ranch was purchased 5 years ago, restored in secret, left solely to me. No mention of selling. Alex had forged power of attorney docs, rushed the sale to a developer buddy from work. Mum, you don't understand business. Alex snapped when I pressed. You're 52? What are you going to do with 5,000 acres? Paint pictures of cows? His laugh was cruel, echoing Henry's brothers from stories past. Greedy, cutthroat. My son turned stranger. I couldn't let it go. The funeral came and went in a blur. Friends, family, condolences I barely heard. Alex left right after, back to Denver, wired me half the sale money like it was hush payment. 38.5 million in my account, but it felt dirty. That night, alone in our empty bed, I found a letter in Henry's nightstand. My dearest Elena, it began, his handwriting shaky. If you're reading this, I'm gone too soon. Forgive me for the secrets. The ranch, Willow Ridge, is yours. I bought it back, the old family land, poured everything into restoring it. Not for profit, for you. Go there. See what I've built. Password to the safe. Our wedding date, plus your favorite color. I love you eternally. Henry. Tears streamed as I packed a bag. I drove through the night, 300 miles west into the Rockies, following GPS to coordinates from the deed. Dawn broke as I reached the gates, wrought iron with Willow Ridge Ranch in elegant script, flanked by aspens turning gold. The key from the letter fit perfectly. The driveway wound up a hill, past meadows dotted with cattle, barns gleaming fresh painted. The main house was a log masterpiece. 2 stories, wraparound porch, windows reflecting the sunrise. It wasn't just a ranch, it was a dream. I unlocked the door, stepped inside, and my world tilted. The great room was an art gallery. Easels, canvases, supplies everywhere. Oils, watercolors, charcoals. Walls hung with blank frames, waiting. A studio loft overlooked it all, with views of the mountains I'd always painted from memory. In the center, a note. For your art, Elena. The life you put on hold for us. Paint the horizons you've always deserved. The land is rich. Oil. But don't sell. Build your legacy here. My knees buckled. Henry had known about his heart condition. Hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, inherited. He'd hidden the diagnosis, not wanting to burden me. Instead, he'd rebuilt his childhood ranch as a gift, investing our savings secretly, turning it into this haven. The $77 million value from recent oil discoveries, but he'd refused offers, wanting it preserved for me. Alex had known, Henry confided in him partially, but our son twisted it, saw dollar signs, sold to line his pockets. Rage built, soft-spoken me finding a voice. I called Mr. Thompson. Fraudulent sale, he said. We can fight this. But Alex's buyer had already started surveying, bulldozers rumbling in the distance. I confronted Alex by phone. Mum, it's done. Take the money, retire. His tone was dismissive, like I was a child. You never had ambition beyond the kitchen. That sparked something fierce. I wasn't just a widow. I was Elena, the artist who'd sacrificed dreams for family. No more. The legal battle began. Alex lawyered up, claiming Henry was incompetent near the end, that the will was flawed. His developers pushed permits, threatening eminent domain for economic development. I dug in, using Henry's hidden files, proof of his sound mind, recordings of him explaining the gift. The safe held more. Videos, 1 per month for the last 3 years. Henry, healthy, then fading, saying, Eleanor, if Alex fights you, remember, the ranch is your freedom. Fight for it like I fought for us. Tears flowed, but strength grew. Months blurred. Court dates, depositions. Alex's face hardened in hearings, accusing me of emotional instability. The judge, a no-nonsense woman, saw through it. This is betrayal, pure and simple. She ruled, voiding the sale. The developer backed off, fined for rushing. Alex lost his cut, his job in the scandal. He showed up at the ranch one snowy day, defeated. Mum, I thought I was helping. Lies again. You thought you were cashing in, I said steadily. We talked hours by the fire. His resentment, feeling overshadowed by Henry's perfect marriage. Forgiveness came slow, but it came. Help me run it, I offered. He nodded, tears in those blue eyes. 2 years on, Willow Ridge thrives. I paint daily in my studio, selling pieces to galleries, mountains, horses, the life Henry gifted. We board horses, run eco-tours, preserve the land. No oil drilling, instead, conservation easements. Alex manages operations, redeemed, closer than ever. Henry's spirit lingers in every sunrise, every brushstroke. I was soft-spoken once, invisible in my own story. Now, at 54, I'm empowered, living the legacy he left. My dead husband gave me more than a 77 Malos ranch. He gave me myself. And no one, not even my son, could take that away.